I received this product for free from the creator. I went into this game knowing nothing other than how it looked from the Steam page and a small video clip of strictly gameplay that was sent to me, and that it was a platformer tower defense game. I just want you to be aware that I did not purchase this game myself, and so you can go into this review with that knowledge. Toaster Defense, the little toaster oven that could. Toaster Defense is a mashup genre that carries over aspects of platformer and tower defense games and combines them into a nice little fun to play package, or should I say a nice little fun to play toaster oven. In Toaster Defense, you play as a little purple toaster oven named Evan, who has volunteered to help protect the very lush toaster, Tina, from the nefarious Tom Pewter and his robot army. Evan does this by jumping, dashing, and rocketing bread that has been toasted to perfection at the enemies. There are 3 locations that you can battle these micro monstrosities in. I myself have only reached the first level, though, because even though I have played many tower defense games, I'm not very good at platformers. Each level you play has challenges associated with it that you must pass to complete the level. These can range from surviving for a time limit, a specific number of waves, or building and or upgrading a number of towers, and many more such challenges. Speaking of towers, you have 3 types of towers to choose from: a standing desk lamp, meat tenderizer, and a desk fan. Each tower comes with its own cost to recruit and will help you manage the swarm of robots invading the kitchen. The desk lamp launches light bulbs at passing robots. The meat tenderizer tenderizes passing robots, and the desk fan slows them down. I haven't noticed much of a difference between the tenderizer and the desk lamp, but tend to use the tenderizer more since it's a lower cost. Also, there's an endless wave game mode in addition to the story mode that we've been talking about. In this game mode, after every so many waves, a new enemy type is added to the mix, requiring the player to adapt their playstyle or else be turned into a pile of scrap metal. There are 5 different enemy types, each with their own unique abilities and strengths. The little green guys I like to think of as Koopas from Mario. In fact, when I first started playing, every time I would jump on their head, I would think of how Mario would jump on a Koopa's head. Then there's the drill heads. These little guys you do not want to jump on unless you want to drill your underside. Your toaster's underside, that is. The third enemy is a larger, slower version of the little green guys, and they take about 3 bounces or many pieces of toast and dashes to defeat. The final 2 enemies, a humanoid in red clothing that reminds me of Dr. Egghead, and a joystick drum spider-bot thing that resembles a virus, are 2 enemies that I have not yet faced myself, but considering how difficult the blue guys are, I can only imagine how tough these guys are. To help combat Tom Pewter's robot army, Tina is gracious enough to occasionally bestow power-ups. I've only seen 2 power-ups so far. The power-up I have encountered most often is a health power-up, which replenishes one of Evan's hearts, affording the player the opportunity to either give Tina the heart to regenerate Tina's health while maintaining Evan's health at the same level it was prior to the power-up, or to keep it for themselves and serve as an extra layer of protection. The second power-up I have seen is a coin power-up, which gives the player a lump sum of coins to build or upgrade towers. This one I have only encountered a couple times. Did I mention that you can deck out Evan? There's purple Evan, blue Evan, Evan with a dino hat, Evan with wings, and many more styles of Evan. You can deck out your very own Evan too, through the cosmetic shop where you can use in-game currency you earn from completing levels to buy cosmetic items and fight back against the robots in style. Little details I love about this game are that the environment is interactable and moves with the player. I'm a sucker for these kinds of details. They add nothing to the game, and yet it feels like they add everything to it. They're like the bow on a present or the extra frosting on a cake. They aren't necessary, but they really put it all together. Once I got used to the controls, I found myself just jumping in the hanging pots waiting for the enemies to approach. They have a really nice sound, and it's just fun to listen to and watch them sway afterwards. I would also like to mention that when your toast is ready, Evan does a little ding sound effect, which I find really adorable. Prior to playing this game, I wasn't sure how I'd like it. Seeing clips and knowing that it was a tower defense platformer, I knew I wanted to give it a try, even if it's not the usual genre I play on PC, which is primarily open world and RPG or survival style games. I did know, however, that I enjoyed playing platformers in the past when playing with friends and family, and tower defense games are one of the top genres I play on my phone. After playing this for a few hours and getting the controls down pat, which I struggled with for the first 40 minutes or so since I was playing with a controller, and I don't normally play with a controller. Keyboard and mouse is an option for those who don't have a controller or don't want to use one, but I always associate platformers with controllers, and so I wanted to use a controller despite my lacking skill. I can confidently say, however, that Toaster Defense is a fun game, and one that I will enjoy myself for many hours to come as I strive to complete the game and unlock all the different cosmetics for Evan, the courageous toaster oven.